I am Maria Garcia de Fleury. John Eudes was born into a peasant family in Normandy, France in 1601. He lived during the dark period of the 30 Years' Civil War between Catholics and Protestants. It was a century of conflicts within Christianity, of intellectual investigation, mystical search for renewal of the Church. There were many pastoral reforms in the monastic orders, new congregations, and people such as St. Francis de Sales, Cardinal Pierre de Berulle, St. Vincent de Paul, all those emerged and more. They all worked for the new evangelization according to the Council of Trent. Carmel was established in France. In the 17th century, the world took a new shape with the arrival of modern science and the Copernican revolution. Starting in 1641, John Eudes dedicated himself to the missions. He clearly perceived that the fruit of the missions would not be consolidated unless the priests were very well trained, aware of the meaning of baptismal grace to be able to carry out pastoral tasks. For this reason, John Eudes began to think about opening seminaries, and despite many obstacles, he decided to found a new congregation where priests would dedicate themselves to the activities of the missions and seminaries. Thus, he founded the Congregation of Jesus and Mary, which today we also know as the Congregation of the Eudists, whose act of birth coincides with the creation of the Caen Seminary on March 25, 1643. He suffered humiliations and knew how to bravely defend his innocence. John Eudes believed in a creative love that precedes us, fruit of God's eternal love. Man was created in the divine image, a living image called to participate in the great design of the Creator. For St. John Eudes, helping others to find God's divine mercy means working for the salvation of souls, hence the objective of his human and spiritual path. He was aware that God created the world and always sustains it and preserves it at all times. Love has brought man out of the nothingness. Mercy will take the sinners out of his misery, and God's plans will be magnificently restored with the arrival of Jesus, who will be faithful to the love of God, his Father, and bring salvation for all. John Eudes' main concern was to find the best way to talk about the relationship between God and men. This was very much in the line with Father Pierre de Berulle, their spiritual guide, and with the movement that arose from his impulse, the French School of Spirituality, or Berullian School. They wanted to find the best way to talk about the relationship between God and man. For this purpose, he intentionally chose the path of interiority and communion of life with Jesus Christ. He said that the gospel must be intertwined with the web of daily existence. Every moment of life, every thought must be related to Christ. The work of works is to form Jesus in each one of us. At first, he spoke of the heart of Mary, then his vision also expanded to the heart of Jesus Christ. He was the first to compose an office and a mass in honor of the Immaculate Heart of Mary and the Sacred Heart of Jesus, celebrating them within his congregation, because he knew that with that he was praising God, and with God we always win.